Welcome to GKey Solutions Private Limited.
SQL Server Integration Services, Classes and Real-Time Interview Questions and Answers. Part 56. What are XML configurations in SSIS and other types of configurations in SSIS?
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about what are XML configurations in SSIS and other types of configurations in SSIS. In SSIS, that is SQL Server Integration Services, configurations allows you to store values outside the packages so that SSIS can load them at runtime. This makes packages dynamic and environment independent. Here are types of configurations in SSIS. One is XML configuration file, second one is environmental variable, third is registry entry, fourth would be SQL Server configuration table, and fifth one would be parent package variable. In this training session, we are going to discuss about XML configuration in SSIS. XML configuration in SSIS is a way to store SSIS package settings like connection strings, file paths, variable values, etc. in an external XML file, so they can be changed without editing or redeploying the package. Why XML configurations are used? They help when you need different values for development, testing and production environment. Instead of opening the package and modifying values manually, the SSIS packages reads them from the XML file at runtime. If you change the value in XML file, that will be reflected while running the package. Then what can be stored in XML configuration file? Like connection strings, file folder paths, variable values, server names, database names, etc. we can store in configuration files. Then how XML configuration works? You create an XML configuration file. The extension would be .dts-config. Select properties or variables you want to externalize. SSIS stores them as key value pairs in the XML files. At runtime, the package reads these values from the file and applies them. Let us see these things practically in SSIS. We are in SSIS. I have a package. Now I will just convert into the package deployment. This will be the common thing that used to be. Here now the package is in convert to package deployment model, means it is in project deployment model. For configurations, what we have to do is we have to convert into package deployment model. In package deployment model only we can configure the configurations. We can set the configurations. Before to get into the XML configuration, I'll explain you this like package, what is happening here. Here in data flow task, we are just reading the source file and having the count in a row count transformation and loading the data into OLEDB destination. And the execute SQL task, what it is going to do in target, we are having two tables. One is like EMP data, the data is going to be loaded to the target table. Once data is loaded, every time we want to see the logs. This is the log table. Every time if you log if you load the file, then it will fetch the ID, file path, record count, that is from row count transformation, and the date, some date and what date that file has been loaded. These things are going to be loaded to the logs table. For that, I have created a log table by using ID identity, file path, record count and the dated columns, and I have used this expression in execute SQL task expressions. In this way, it is going to load the file path and row count variable values into the logs table. I think you got some idea. I have explained these things in the previous classes as well. You can go for the like from scratch you want to start, you can use the previous classes for this. And here we are having two variables. One is file path and second one is row count. Here flat file connection is dynamic. We are reading the file name from the connection string, that is we have the flat file connection dynamic, that is we are using the variable, from variable we are reading the file name. In this way the package has been configured. Now I want to make some configurations to this package. To do that, first we have to convert the project into project deployment model to package deployment model. If you click on the project, right click, here you will be having an option like convert to package deployment model. Now it has converted successfully. Let us see. Now GKey demo package is now converted to package deployment model. Now you can see the configurations. Package configurations are available only when the project is converted to package deployment model. I am clicking on package configurations here. I'll remove I have removed one of the configuration that I have done. I'm just adding, I'm doing it from the scratch. I'm adding a new configuration. Here there are different types of configuration that we explained in the previous slide. XML configuration, environmental variable, registry entry, parent package, SQL server, like that. I'm taking XML configuration file. For that I'm just browsing one of the file and I'm going to create a file in a particular folder like file D files. Here I'll be creating XML config file. I'm saving it. Next, here there are different values. These are on package, connection manager, executables, properties, all these things we can take these values into the configuration file. For this package I am taking a file path. Why? Because file path is dynamic. Through variable the file path is coming. In file path variable I am just taking the value. That means the value in the file path variable will be dynamic, that we can change in the XML file instead of changing in the package itself. I am taking that value. Based on this file path variable, the configuration is going to be created on this package. Now I am finishing it. The configuration, XML configuration has been set. Now check the configuration. XML config file.dts config. The extension for the configuration files is dts config. This is the file which has been created. Now I am trying to run the package. Here in the variables, first we are trying to load first emp.y, because we have emp1 data csc. This data that I am trying to load now. Okay, from this variable the connection is going to be established for flat file. Let us check whether there is data or not in the log table as well as the target. There is no data right now. I am trying to start the package. Now the package got executed successful. I am trying to check the data in the target. In the target, the data is loaded to target table, and first file that is emp2 underscore data CSV file has been loaded. This is a default thing that has been taken from that, and there are other files. For example, I want to load emp1 now, or emp3 data we are trying to load. To do that, what we have to do is we'll just go to the configuration files. Here by right clicking on it, you can open this thing with a notepad, whatever you want. Here in the configuration file we have configured the file path variable value. Here the variable value is emp2. Now I am changing it to emp3. That means now based on this value, based on the emp3 data csv file, it has to pick the this value. Why? Because in the package level, in the variables we are having emp1, and now it has to read the emp3. Why? Because we have changed the configuration file and we have modified the name to emp3. Now I am trying to start the package. Package has ran successfully. Now check the data. See, in the log table what happened? emp3 table has been loaded. Now See what happens, instead of changing the variable value in the package level, we are changing the value in configuration file. In such a way, if you deploy a package to any environment, if you want to run different files, you can modify the value in the config file. It will pick that variable value and load the data instead of changing in the package level. That will be useful when we deploy the package to the different environment like testing, production and development environments. The values will keep on change every time you get the package and do the changes. You can change those things in the configuration file. You can run the package and it will get the concerned values what we require. And now I'll be changing again to another value. Open with Notepad. Here I am trying to give EMP1. Now EMP2 and 3 have been loaded. I am saving this configuration file. Now this EMP1 data has to be loaded. Now I am trying to start the package. Package ran successful. And if you check the data in the log table, see now EMP1 data has been loaded. There are 200 records in that file. In this way, configuration files like configurations for the package are useful. To do the configurations for a package, mandatory thing is you have to convert the project deployment model into package deployment model. Then only you can see the package configuration. Then you can use the different configurations. This is about XML configurations for a package, that you can change the values in XML file. Those values are going to be reflected in the package while running. I think you got some idea about the XML configurations. Thank you.
Stay connected with GKey IT solutions on all your favorite platforms. Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT career with us.